Blog Talk Radio.
Something's gone wrong. For all our vigilance and battle scars over the Bill of Rights, have we let the flame of freedom's torch grow cold? Because there can be no torch to pass where there's no flame.
Freedom has only one enemy it cannot defeat, and that is negligence. So your presence here, now, today, is an act of reverence. Of all man's works beneath the heavens, none shines brighter than our Constitution. I think Jefferson and Paine, Adams, Madison, Mason, Franklin, I think they're looking down right now at us. I think they understand what we're trying to do, what we strive to do. Every time our country stands in the path of danger, an instinct seems to summon her finest first, those who truly understand her. When freedom shivers in the cold shadow of true peril, it's always the patriots who first hear the call. When loss of liberty is looming, as it is now, the siren sounds first in the hearts of freedom's vanguard.
Good evening, everybody. This is Joe Joseph. My co-host tonight, I actually have two co-hosts tonight. Got John King, my partner in crime, and I also have the YouTube user SmokinJoeTrainer, and he goes also by the name of Andrew. As soon as I see these guys in the switchboard, I will bring him in. As a matter of fact, Andrew, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, outstanding, my friend. Well, folks, tonight we got 2 hours devoted to the the BP spill, of course, but also there's a whole slew of things that are going down in the world. It seems like there are the perfect storm of events. We've talked about this before, and I think it would be a good idea to recap all this kind of stuff. And in order to do that, we brought our good friend A.C. Griffith back to the show. Griff, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding, outstanding. I'd like to get right into it. I'm still waiting for Henning to show up. He's a little late, but he'll be here. The latest from the Gulf. What have you heard as far as any of the latest news or information coming from there, Griff?
It seems that the people in the Gulf are becoming very angry at the government, at local administrators, and at BP. In the meetings, there's great anger. People are losing their jobs, their businesses, their homes. The future looks very bleak, and they're still being lied to. One lie after another from all of the managers, BP, government, etc. It looks very bleak for the people, and my observation that many of the people still haven't caught on to what's going on down there. They still are trying to play by the normal rule book, and that is a sure death to do that. I think the government and the authorities will leave those people there to die. I don't think the government will step in and make any great attempt to save the people. And I want to report tonight that I have finally come around, and I honestly believe, and I will say this for the first time, that Agenda 21 is being played out down there. I felt it before, but there was just not enough convincing proof that everything we felt was Agenda 21. But I can say tonight it is. They're playing out an agenda to take that land and to do those people in. No question in my mind, Joe and Andrew. There is a lot going on in the world. It's hard to get your mind around all of the connected but yet disconnected pieces of this. It's the largest story that I have ever seen on the earth, how everything connects. Not only just the oil and the water, it's the agendas, and it's the lives of millions of people. The future of our country, the United States, is under attack. We are slowly losing our country by design. The administration is slowly taking our country apart, and the people, many of them, still haven't caught on. They still don't realize the name of the game. The same thing happened during the Revolutionary War. The same thing happened during the War of 1861. In fact, you can probably go back to every war that's ever occurred and find connections to what's going on today in our country. And the people are not aware of that. They haven't been educated. They have no sense of history about them. Therefore, they have to learn all over again. Joe, there is a lot to talk about tonight, but right now we'll switch it back to you and come in. We've got 2 hours. We've got plenty of time. Andrew, it's nice to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, sir. I've listened to you for, well, I guess since I woke up, so it's good to be able to speak to you for a change.
Thank you.
Well, Andrew, he brought up Agenda 21. How do you feel about that, and do you think that we're actually seeing it played out down there?
Myself personally, I mean, when you look at the string of events that led us up to where we currently are in the Gulf, I mean, I consider it like this. These are intelligent people at BP. They knew what they were doing. They were giving a warning a year out not to drill there. The president gave them specific express permission, only BP to drill in that area. They encountered numerous problems. The crew said they had to stop. They used improper procedures. They did everything by the book on, if you want to break something, how do you do it? And, I mean, intelligent people don't make that many mistakes in a row. And given the amount of Corexit and this news, that they're now saying there's no oil, but they're still pumping dispersant. And the dispersant has gotten to such a level that people are getting lesions and body aches and all. We were just looking over it. It fits every single descriptor of a chemical warfare attack.
That's right.
So, yes, I would have to say at this point in the game, yes.
Griff, what's interesting? My wife was doing some research on this, and she actually came to a website called nationalterroralert.com. It's a government-funded website that helps people identify the characteristics of different terrorist attack. And one of these pages is what to look for in a chemical attack. So I kind of want to read this out to the listeners, because isn't this interesting? When I read down this list of identifiers as far as what are the warning signs of a chemical attack or incident, just how closely it resembles what's going on down in the Gulf. But these are the characteristics that help you recognize this factor. And it goes like this. It says a chemical or biological attack or incident won't always be immediately apparent, given the fact that many agents are odorless and colorless, and some cause no immediate noticeable effects or symptoms. Be alert to the possible presence of agents. Indicators of such an attack include droplets of oily film on surfaces, unusual dead or dying animals in the area, unusual liquid sprays or vapors, unexplained odors such as the smell of bitter almonds, peach kernels, newly mown hay, or green grass, unusual or unauthorized spraying in the area. We've all seen that. Victims displaying symptoms of nausea, difficulty breathing, convulsions, disorientation, or patterns of illness inconsistent with natural disease, low-lying clouds or fog unrelated to weather, clouds of dust or suspended, possibly colored particles, and people dressed unusually, long-sleeve shirts or overcoats in the summertime, or wearing breathing protection, particularly in areas where large number of people tend to congregate, such as subways or stadiums. But those are the warning signs that they tell you to look for with a chemical attack. And isn't it interesting that down in the Gulf region, we're pretty much seeing all those factors play out? I just find it very, very odd. Now, last week we talked about the possibility of there being an asphalt volcano that they've actually tapped into. Do you still feel that that's what they did, Griff?
Yes, I do. We're not looking at the actual